Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 7 of InfraSpace. Here we are in our humble colony and all the habitats we have. As you can see, things are going great. Every single one of these habitats is level 4, and every single one of these habitats also has good meals as well as culture. The only thing they need are home robots, and then they're going to upgrade to level 5. And that's exactly what we are going to hopefully fix or create in this episode. As well as that, I have one or two other smaller things on my mind. Anyways, before we get into the home robots, let's quickly have a tiny recap of what we did last episode. So last episode we focused on the yellow science over here. As you can see, mega traffic because of this train station we added. And of course the yellow science. Now yellow science needed quite a few things, and we built those things up in the previous episode. Number one of which is the neural processors, motors of course, as well as over here we've got some methane going. Not a whole lot, it's just a tiny bit, because, that's really all we need. Anyways, this is going to help us a lot because for the home robots, we also need motors and neural processors, and we already have those set up. Sadly, checking the production overview, we're not actually producing enough. As you can see over here, it's not enough. We need to produce more of these, but we're going to do that anyways because we want to make home robots. And home robots, I've always felt like that isn't a really difficult one to set up. Because, of course, as I said, we already have a few things set up and laid out from the yellow science, but each home robot factory doesn't require a whole lot of resources and does produce, as you can see, 10 home robots every 60 seconds. That is one home robot every 6 seconds, and that is more copper, and that is more items than a small copper mine produces. And that is more items than a small copper mine produces. So that's amazing. Anyways, we of course need to find a place to set these up. And I was thinking really close to my computer area over here. Because obviously at the area where we're producing our computers, we need aluminium. And the home robots, the raw resource they need is aluminium. And I thought that would be a good idea. But this is quite far away from everything. These aluminium mines, as well as the fact that it's on the top of a mountain, which is slightly inconvenient. That is why I've selected a different spot now, right over here, to orientate yourselves. This is where our current habitats are, and this is where the computers are back here. There's the research, and there's many other things back over here. I didn't actually think about that. It's a bit far away from all of those things. But I should be able to survive that, shouldn't I? Anyways, as you can see right over here, I have done pretty much all the road layout we'll need for right now. We're grabbing copper from over in this little cove area over here. This is our aluminium resource, and here we have an iron deposit. Anyways, now of course we need to put in the buildings as well as the train stations. For the train station I want a large one, and I can place that in. I think we'll have it as in this orientation, just right over here. Ooh, sadly it is on a slope. That wasn't planned out well, was it? Let's move it over here so that it's a bit better in the landscape. Anyways, now we can that works out really well. Okay, that's wrong buttons. um, okay, so we want this road to come right over here, and then we can have it go here, here, and just connect into there like that. Beautiful. Then we can grab this road, go out like this, then like this, and then like this. There we go, beautiful. So allow me to explain exactly how this will all work. That's a 3 going into a 2. That should not be a problem, although I might just as well. Actually, no. I need to be careful with what I spend all my steel on. Anyways, here we're going to have electronics factories producing electronics, and right over here is where we will have our home robots. Yes. And of course, 3 train lines we will have. One for the neural processors, one for the motors, and then another one for the home robots to be able to get transported back right over here to our habitats. And we are going to actually edit this train station over here. There we go, let's remove that, because we're going to want them feeding in through this bottom train station here, and then we'll have the train line coming in like that. Actually, I'll do all that later. First off, let's actually build up the home robot production. And the way I usually do this, I don't really feel like grabbing a calculator and calculating things. I do sometimes, but I'm not going to do that in this case. We can just place down one home robot factory and then pause the game. Then in the production overview, we need to make sure it has power, of course, because they need power. That should be a very well placed power substation. There we go, beautiful. And then we can just grab a solar panel and put that right over there. And did I just accidentally place that? I'm not sure where that came from. Anyways, click on play and then on pause. As you can see, this is creating 10 and we need 43.8. So I'll just place down, how about 6 of these for right now. We really only need 5, but I think, oh wow, we're already out of steel. That's an ideal. Ha ha. Oh wow, it rhymes. Anyways, I think that's that because of course we need to produce excess to be able to actually upgrade our habitats. Otherwise, it'll take forever for them to get upgraded. Anyways, these need 2 electronics every 60 seconds. And these make 2 electronics every 32 seconds, so we can place like 4 of these down. That should be enough. There we go, beautiful. As you can see, this is pretty much everything we need for this. We just need to place down 1 more of these, once we have enough steel, of course, and then I'm going to start setting up all the mines. I've started laying down the train tracks. As you can see, here we have a line going from the base, of course, our habitats, going right over here in this direction towards our home robots. Here we have another line, a second one, which is going to run parallel to it, which is going to take the neural processors as well as the motors over to there. It's just that I keep running out of steel, really. So I think I'm just gonna wait a little while, give these things a break. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over here to the motor production area, and I'm just gonna finish off this second row over here and see if that's gonna be enough motors for all of the home robots. Whilst doing that, I have unlocked the particle filter, and now we can have oxygen processors and carbon processors. And now let me tell you guys something that changes a whole lot. And the good news is that we can now start doing a bunch of things with this. Which means that we can keep our mind off of the train lines for a second and just collect some steel. Apparently we don't have enough power somewhere, and that is over in the motors area. Then the obvious thing to do, of course, is to place on another solar panel so that we use up some of the steel we're saving. Anyways, heading over to the steel production area over here, these are all atmosphere processors, as you can see, and I'm going to replace these all for the carbon processors. And doing that will allow us to then, in turn, ooh, that's a bit busy. Might need to look at that. Anyways, that will then allow us to place down more of the steel mills, which is amazing. I've replaced each and every one of these things with a carbon processor instead of an atmosphere processor. Now, of course, I haven't just replaced them, but I've also removed a bunch, because we only need half of what we had, because these produce twice as much carbon as before, which is amazing. So now we also have upped our steel production. In the meantime, also, I've collected 1,700 steel, so I'm going to continue working on the train lines, and then I'll come back to you when I run out of steel again. Once again out of steel, let me show you what I've got. So I've started this train line over here, going all the way to over here, and this is going to be taking our motors. And we have, of course, this station over here as well, our neural processors. There's going to be a line coming off of here as well, a second one. These two are then going to link up somewhere in this location, and then they're going to run parallel on this side over here until they get to here. And then they're all going to go, well, the line is going to go this direction, where I have hooked up one side of the line. As you can see, this will go all the way to here, through like this, and then to over here. This part you guys have seen already, of course, and then you haven't seen the extension of this, so all the way over here, and then a crossover in this area, and then a linking up to this station, which is amazing. Anyways, in the meantime, we're going to continue with what we've unlocked. Yes, the oxygen and carbon processors. So what we're going to do now is go through our habitat area over here, and we're going to remove half of these. And now that's going to open up some space, obviously, for some new habitats. But it's also going to free up some space we'll need in the future. For example, we have filled up the spots where we're going to place schools. So here and here, those spots have been filled up with with atmosphere processors, and we need to remove those in order to be able to place schools down there in the very near future. I believe that is the next thing we are researching. Yes, it is. And of course, we also have this line of atmosphere processors over here, which also need to be removed and won't be replaced. So here we have it. All of these are now oxygen processors. And we are producing more than enough oxygen over here now. As you can see, these spots here have been removed. I've also been able to clear up all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 spots for where we need schools. And together with that, I've also freed up some space over here and some space over here to place in some new habitats. Anyways, I can quickly show you the pipelines underneath here. So the oxygen ones actually, there's no real way to know if that's the oxygen one. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to this part over here and then select the oxygen pipe. That should probably be a new thing in an update to be able to see what the pipe network is, that stuff. Anyways, it's very nice. Inflow and outflow is the same. Total resources. The pipe network is full, and that's really all we want to see. That is amazing. Um, I was thinking of actually placing some tanks. Where are they? Some water tanks, maybe one over here and one over there as well. But I realized that they're bigger than the houses and that we probably don't really need them anyways. So here we go. We can just place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 new habitats. That's really nice. As you can see, all of those immediately had no more need for oxygen. They're all filled up. That is amazing. It was very nice to see how quickly that oxygen need moved away. Anyways, we should now very soon also start seeing some survival food being transported to these habitats. As you can see, here we go. There was some backed up survival food, and that's all getting put into here and into here, I assume, as well. Amazing. Did you see that? That was one of those the purple cars that got in. That means people are actually moving in already, even though, obviously, well, yeah, pretty obviously, wow, the immigration rate is still low. I've got 2 bits of good news. And number 1, if I grab a rail and start all the way over here and go all the way over to here and then complete the line. Yes, the line is now completed. The entire train line is, as well as these habitats over here, these 4 and these 4. They've all upgraded to level 4, just like all the other habitats in this area. So that's really nice, of course. Anyways, let's have a quick tour along this train line. Look at the way that this waves. It took me so long to get all of these rails perfectly lined up. Like they're all perfectly lined up now. They're all exactly the same. That took me so long, but oh, it was definitely worth it. Anyways, going along here, got a bit of a crossover here, of course, because these 3 rails go in that direction and these 3 go in this direction. Anyways, heading down and then across over here. Your car's got 2 turns. And then here they go over this line, which is the computer line, and then they split off. So this line goes over and then underneath, straight in this direction, and this line turns off over here. It stays raised the entire time, and then it just goes over here, bending off very nicely, like so. I'm extremely proud of this bend I managed to construct in here. And then heading over to this station, where all the home robots will be eventually delivered to the houses once we have hooked everything up. Anyways, then we go follow the other line, and this line goes quite far, as you can see, past these rocks. Let's get some speed movement. Then it turns, of course, and this is the part we just placed in. Meow, meow. Anyways, then we turn, of course, and then we go in this direction. Really cool, all 3 of these train lines right next to each other. I think it looks pretty sick. Then over here I've constructed the intersection thing over here. It looks a bit confusing. That's because it is a bit confusing. It works though, or it should work. I haven't tested it yet, but it works. And what really happens here is that this line, which is the line that goes to the home robots, it splits off into 2 over here, and here's the neural processors, and there's the motors. Those 2 form one line, and then over here, this line goes over and then connects in again. Otherwise, I would have to build up this entire line a second time, and I didn't feel like doing that. And you know, this has left us with a pretty cool interchange here, so that's sort of nice. Anyways, over here, of course, the next thing on the list is to mirror this. We need this times 2. Yep, it's terrible. It's kind of annoying. I hope we have enough population to be able to do the job for this. But and I mean, let's just go ahead, I guess. Before I start building it up, I wanted to change something. And you can see that right over here. All these roads have been disconnected from this area. And this is the reason. Look at all the traffic on here already. Now this road is able to support it, as I've not done any traffic management, and it's fine. So that means that even if it does get overloaded, I can just do some traffic management and it'll be fine anyways. But doubling the amount of traffic on this road, that's not a very smart thing to do. So I've connected all these roads to down here, and now this road will undoubtedly get very busy as well, because we have multiple things going on and coming off, especially over here, because over here all the things for the neural processors can just go straight in, but here all the things for neural processors need to go straight in and then come out on this side as well, so they'll cross over. That is why I'm removing this from here, and then I'll actually just grab this road, there we go, and then go straight in there. Look at how perfectly that works out. That was definitely not planned, but I definitely like that. Okay, next, one other thing is that this is actually a row shorter, and well, that's because, as you can see, all of these are atmosphere processors, and we can just place carbon processors down, which means we'll only need one row of these instead of both of these. I was planning on redoing this area and pushing this back one, but I didn't really feel like doing that. Might do it in the future, and so I just decided to leave it like that for right now, but we are going to set up this area correctly. Just like that, I've set up the entire area. Here we go. You might notice though that I've not actually set up the entire area. Yes, we do not actually have the actual neural processor factories in yet. Well, that is because, of course, the huge influxes of traffic, although they have already slightly passed, of course, things are still lacking things, and I'm just waiting on that to go away, because having two traffic influxes at the same time is probably not a great idea. Also, I'm not sure what happened to the traffic over here all of a sudden, but it isn't great. I hope it'll improve itself very soon. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do stuff I don't want to do, like mess with, what is it, this stuff, the lane lines. Well, that could explain something. Let's make you guys go like that. Oh, well, that could explain a lot. I did a few things, and it's moving a bit more now, but of course it is still backed up quite a lot, because it was moving very slowly for quite a while. Also, here, once again, we have the water equal distribution bug thing, where this building has 0 water, but pretty much all of these have 30. Now I'm just starting to think that it isn't hooked into the pipes. As you can see though, yes it is. It has a pipe going right into it. All the other buildings have 30. As you can see, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. That one has 16, but that's because it's producing things, right? It's really weird. So what I think I'll do is I'll just go over here and then see if I can disconnect the two pipe networks from each other, because, well, I've connected the two, and as you guys might have been able to see earlier, this half was just functioning perfectly fine with these 2 right over here, but and so I put another 2 of those for this half, but then this half seems to be struggling for some reason. It's kind of stupid, and I don't want to place down another one, so this is just going to be how I'll fix it. As you can see, problem solved. Anyways, and what we can do now is, as you can see, that's all been solved too. So let's go. There we go. All those being placed in, and now, ooh, that's annoying. These will have to be placed like so then. Now, of course, we're going to see a huge traffic influx, but that is alright, of course. And whilst all that is going to be happening and sorting itself out, we can set up the train lines. And that's going to be a few. So, number 1 is going to be, what is it? Motors to the home robots. There we go. We can add the motors train station and then go all the way over here to there. Why can they not connect? That's odd. Oh, looks like this is it. I forgot to finish off this tiny part of the train line over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, connected in now. And then, now we should be able to, in the train lines area, there we go, that's all green. How many trains do we want on that line? I think a fair amount would be 4. Of course, it is a huge distance, so I'll go actually with 6. But we do need to keep in mind that there's going to be 2 things traveling on the same line. And that's going to be 12 trains in total then, and that can be quite a lot. Anyways, another train line, and this is going to be neural processors. Am I writing that correctly? Probably not. Actually, yeah, I think it is. Neural processors all the way over to the home robots. Same thing. Let's add in the neural processors train station, and then zoop, all the way over to the home robots area. Let's grab that one, and then we can put another 6 on there. As you can see, it's a long train line, but now there is 12 trains on it, and that's not nothing. So that should be absolutely fine though. Anyways, what we're going to do next is add in the last train line, so there's actually no need to fly all the way away from here. Anyways, we can add in the home robots train station, and then add in the bottom train station over here. How many trains do we want on there? I think 6. 5. I think 5 is a good amount for on that train line, since it might be a bit longer than you think. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful. Actually, we can compare that to the, what is it? To the computer's train line. That has 9 on it, and that is a little bit longer, but not too much longer. So 6 should be fine for on here, and I forgot to rename it, so that's home robots to... oh, just home robots train line. That's what we'll call it. Anyways, that's absolutely fine. Now we just need to wait a while, and I'll wait around and see when the first train of home robots will start transporting to our colony. Here we have it, the first, 4 motors to be transported to this area. Well, that's something, I guess, isn't it? Anyways, I think we'll have to wait a bit longer to get some other things. Huh, look at that. They didn't go in the first one, and they also didn't go into the third one. They went into the second, third, and then the 5th and the 6th. That's peculiar. Here we go, here we go. This is the real first motor train. There we go. Oh, I think that was an autosave, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, here all the motors come. Exactly. This is what I meant. This. Beautiful. I love looking at these things. It looks amazing. I really like it. Anyways, yeah, those are all going to be delivering motors and no neural processors yet, sadly. But however, I don't think it'll take a very long time before those get delivered either. I believe they're these, but this train doesn't seem to be carrying any. Oh well, that's too bad. Anyways, yeah, so, oh wow, they're creating quite the traffic jam. Anyways, very, very nice, as I said. Also, you guys have probably noticed this, maybe also earlier in the episode, and you're like, oh, no, you're doing something wrong. It's not gonna work. No, it's just like this cord over here, it's going through a rock, but this is functioning, and this is functioning as well, as you can see. So that's fine. Also, I added 2 more trains to each line, just because I noticed that there was quite a big gap, and they'll always stack up here because they all go to this station, but they all go to this station, but they all pick up items from different stations. Here you go. Here, I think this is the 2 trains that I added to the neural processor station. 2 sulfur, okay, interesting. Anyways, if they back up too much, now I'm not worried because they're just like, because they're really just, because I just added them in, so I'm not worried about that, about the fact that they're stacking up now. If they stack up a lot more in the future, I think here's the 2 trains that I added to the motors line. Anyways, if they stack up too much in the future, then I'm definitely going to do something about it. Anyways, heading all the way back over this line, I was hoping to see a train transporting some neural processors. This is the wrong one. This is... Don't pick them all up, please. Research doesn't need those. Research is not important. Did he just drop off 1 iron? Oh, I'm not sure. Did he already pick up stuff, or is he not gonna? Oh. Okay. Here, this is the one, is this the one? No, this is not the one. We need the light blue ones. See, this is what I mean exactly. There's quite a large gap. There's no light blue ones anywhere. So, I hope that there will be a light blue ones to pick them up soon. Wait, what? Look, there's 11 neural processors in the neural processor station. This train didn't pick up a single one. He was just here. What's that about? Excuse me? Like, he was here? He dropped off like 14 electronics. Okay, that's irritating. I don't really care though. And I was expecting him to pick up the neural processors, but he's not. Really, what's that about? That's why we don't have any neural processors there yet, because the trains aren't actually picking them up. Well, that's sort of stupid. I mean, it's not like we have any districts anywhere anyways. So it's not like the districts are prohibiting it. Why are there no neural processors here? And like, if you check the production overview, you can see that here in the neural processors, we're making 20.6 and we need 18.9. Now, this should be absolutely fine because the 18.9 includes these as well as the research. So maybe it's not picking them up for right now because the research has like some sort of priority, but these all need to be full at one point because we're obviously producing excess. And here, look, here, more neural processors, of course. because you need them. Like, really, they're all pretty much full. And our home robots are not getting any. That's sort of sad, man. Okay. So there were, as you can see, a green train just passed and picked up some neural processors, but he didn't pick them all up. As you can see, happens here again and happens here again. That means that there's an excess. And here's a blue train. So the research doesn't need all of them. Yes! So now the blue train is carrying them. Okay, we finally have neural processors that are going to get transported to the home robots. Well, I'm excited anyways. Zooming over here. I'll wait for the train, I guess. Oh wow, that actually looked really funny. Look at those trains snaking up there at pretty high speeds, not gonna lie. And snaking down again, like anyways, it shouldn't be long before our neural that's it, 23 neural processors. Here we are. Come on. Let's watch that. Yes! Finally, the neural processors have arrived. And that means that everything is functioning great, and that we can start the production of home robots, which is just started, and that'll allow us to upgrade all our habitats to level 5. Anyways, that's the end of the episode, guys. It's been long enough. Thank you ever so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when the next episode comes out. Because next episode, we're going to be watching the first ever habitat upgrade to level 5, and then after that, we're going to watch every single habitat upgrade to level 5. As you can see, we only have about 90 more population than jobs, so what we're going to do in the next episode is lay out a second one of these squares. Probably over here, but maybe over here. I'm not entirely sure yet. Anyways, then we're going to probably fill that up half or maybe even fully, and then also, of course, expand the production of everything else that we need to expand to allow those habitats to get upgraded to level 5 again. Anyways, that's that. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.